neck for just a second, actually kind of loosely around your neck. So just let it drape. Big opening with your chest, lean back, roll your shoulders out of your ears, pull your shoulder blades together, come down, open those palms. Exhale, pull the belly button in, roll the hands forward, interlace, stretch forward, lift up, arch it up, squeeze, open, palms down, bring it up, interlace the other way, lift, open, squeeze, a couple more like this. You just kind of turn it into a nice fluid movement. Beautiful. Last time, relax that down, shoulders out of your ears. Let's bring those bands in front of us. Palms are up and bands drape across. All I'm doing is putting my thumbs on top, right? I'm not death gripping like that, so that I can have just kind of a nice loose grip. Elbows to the sides, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open your chest, and then open the arms a little bit. Start with the squeeze. So I should see this first, retraction, and then open. Retract and open. Retract and open. Good. You can make those bands whatever is your comfort level, right? But let it initiate, as always, with that squeeze of the shoulder blades. Last two. Last one, leave those arms out, take your elbows behind you, squeeze in, and that band might come across your ribs, no big deal, don't worry about it, squeeze, 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 and relax. Step out, wide stance, bend your knees, drop into a little bit of a plie or a squat, hold this, you're gonna stay strong through your legs. If you want to, you could be up on your tippy toes for a little extra quad work, it's up to you. Hands a little wider than shoulder, and again, I'm just holding that band between my thumb and index finger. Arms are gonna lift up, shoulders back and down, so we start with that, and then we're gonna bring those arms back and down, squeezing those shoulder blades together, getting that band really close to your chest. And then up and hands get closer. Out and down, up and together. Slide those shoulder blades down your spine as you do this. Open up that chest, work those shoulder muscles, those posture muscles. Give your head a little nod, yes, lengthen out through the back of the neck. Pull your ribs in, by the way. Two more. And relax. Standing position. Let's loop that band underneath your right leg, please. And then bring the tails into your left hand. And then just let that relax here. Palm is open and squeeze the shoulder blade back. So notice if that shoulder wants to drop forward during this. Hi, babe. Open it up. Nutmeg's decided to join us. You're gonna step out with that left leg. Oh, sorry, the band is around your left foot. If you wanna keep it around your right, you're fine. Lift the leg up, toe in, tap down. Tap, tap. So just a little outer hip action here. My right arm is staying down. If you're still on the opposite leg, it's your left arm, but it may get a little confusing in a minute. Two more, and now leave that leg up. So hold it here, and then pulse up, 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 up. Toe down, heel up, and relax. Move that band into the same hand. So it's gonna be left and left, or if you're still on the right foot, right and right. And then we're gonna step forward with that left leg. Right arm is gonna come forward and down, so you feel a little bit of work in the front of that shoulder. Then lift that back leg up, bend the knee, and press, and press. Little kick here. Left leg is bent, standing tall, or excuse me, leaning over, but being tall in your spine. Couple more, and relax. Woo! Leave the band in your left hand, or whatever it was. Switch it to the opposite leg. Step out. Palm is facing. Make sure that shoulder blade is squeezed open. Toe is turned in, and we lift and tap, lift and tap, lift and tap. 2 more. Good, hold that up, hold, press, 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 lift, 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 and bring it down. Keep that band around that right leg, whatever it is. Move it into your right hand. So the same hand, same leg, shoulders back and down, hinge forward, pull that arm forward so you feel a little bit of action here, lift that back leg, bend it and straighten it, reach, reach, keep reaching and reaching and reaching. And relax. Ooh, shake that out. You can let your band be on the ground for a second. Wide stance one more time, hands on your thighs, lift round and extend through a cat and cow. Loosen up that body and then walk over, put your left hand on the ground next to that right leg, lunge, drop, come back up, other way, lunge it, drop into it, come back to center, nod your head yes, and shake no. And then extend that spine, long, flat spine, shoulders out of your ears. Bend those knees, hands on your thighs, exhale cat, inhale cow. And then we'll do one last thing from this standing position. I think I'll go sideways. I think you might be able to see better. So this time both feet step on that band and we want to have a fairly wide stance. And then again, those bands I just have between my thumb and index finger. Come down, roll cat, inhale cat, and then make sure you stay in that elongated position. Straight arms, squeeze your shoulder blades. Straight arms, squeeze your shoulder blades. Then start to move your arms back as you squeeze. So it's a squeeze and back. And then when you're ready, squeeze back, bend and come forward. Squeeze back, bend and come forward. Tuck your chin just a little bit, keep the back of the neck in line. Like a little piston of a train here, sort of. And then reverse it all, up, back, and down. Up, back, squeeze those shoulder blades, squeeze them, lift up, squeeze, lift up, squeeze. 2 more times, lift and squeeze, and relax. Woo, upper body should be pretty well worked at this point. So let's just set that band down. Come down, lying down position. Band, of course, is handy. Let's just start with a stretch here. Reach through your fingers, reach through your toes. Let that low back lift off the ground. Let those ribs pop towards the sky. And then I want you to bring your hands up, flex through the palms, flex through the feet, tuck the hips under, press the low back into the ground, and then reach your fingertips overhead. So stretching the back side of the body. And then straighten everything out, point. And then flex everything and tuck. One more time, point and reach. And one more time, tuck. Beautiful. And we'll hug that left knee in. Just give that left side a little stretch. And then we'll switch it up and hug that right side in. Very nice. All right. Let's just grab that band. During class, you can always have it doubled up or singled unless I say specifically. So it's totally up to you. I'm just going to have it doubled just for length right now. Between my thumb and index finger, shoulders roll back and down. Let's lift them up and squeeze them back and down. Lift them up and squeeze them back and down. Adding on, lift them up, squeeze the shoulder blades, then the elbows come into a row. Lift up, squeeze, come down. Lift up, squeeze, come down. One more time like that. Lift up, squeeze the shoulder blades, bring them down, lift your chest up to the band and down. Squeeze and lift to the band. So you're doing a little rowing motion at the same time as you're basically doing kind of a single ab prep. Just 2 more like that. Last time, I want you to lengthen that band over your head and press out on it. Try and reach your fingers in opposite directions. Check your abs, make sure everything's pulled in. Exhale down, deep breath in. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach overhead, stretch those arms, and exhale down. Again, exhale, lift, inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale down, 2 more times. Lift it up, reach it overhead, bring it down, and come down. All right, legs in tabletop. Same idea for double leg stretch. Deep breath in, exhale, pull your belly button in, inhale, reach through your legs and arms, tap the band to your knees and reach and tap. If you want to play with something, if your band is long enough, you could see what would happen, right? Can you, oh, that could happen. Make sure it's strongly across your feet. Yeah. All right, as you go into that double leg stretch, reach both ends, and then you have slack. And then you reach, and then you have slack. It's just for the heck of it, you know, you can decide if it really adds anything besides danger factor. And then relax. All right, I'm going to take that band singly right now. Just have it handy. In a moment, we're going to find neutral spine, so tuck and tip, find neutral, and then lift your hips into your bridge pose. Then I want you to take the band up across your thighs. Normally I have it down here, but just where your hands can reach, straight arms. Then hover, take your hands right up against that. Keep lifted, press your hands down to the ground, down to the ground. Pinkies lead the way. So some tricep work, but you probably notice you're having to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep that head chin tucked. One more time, bring the arms down towards the ground, push the hips up, push the hips up, push up against the band, push up against the band, push up, press up and up, 2 more up and relax. Okay, here comes the fun part. We fold band in half and we all get to do this so that we'll have more challenge. We're gonna straighten our arms. We're gonna lift up in that bridge. We're gonna bring our arms down. They might not go as far this time, but do your best. Pinkies lead the way, shoulders are open. Push up. This time as you push up, press your pinkies down. Everything relaxes. Press up, relax, press, relax, press, relax, press, relax, press, relax, press, relax, press, relax. Is one arm getting closer than the other? Is one hip one higher than the other? Try and be as even as possible. And 3, and 2, and 1. Woo! Grab that band behind your left hamstring, pull it in, give it a little stretch, flex that leg up and reach, and bring that leg down as the band comes behind the right leg. Same thing, we're gonna pull it in, stretch it up, reach it down, and then leave that band there, bend your left knee, bend your right knee, deep breath in, exhale into tabletop, lift yourself up, point your left toes, pull your band close to you, but don't move your right leg. And then again, so we're going to bend the left knee slightly. We're going to reach through the left toes, reach through the left toes. At the same time, I'm lifting up to the right knee, and you might use your biceps a little bit or a lot, totally up to you. Shoulders back and down, back of the neck is long. 2 more, and relax. Bring that doubled up band behind the left thigh, left hamstring. Goodness. Nutmeg, you might have to teach, sweetie. All right. Tabletop position, head, neck, and shoulders float off the ground. Right leg extends as we pull on that left. And again, and reach, and reach, and reach, and reach. Try and do your best to keep your shoulders pulled back and down. Chin nodding yes. And relax. All right. Bring that band overhead, long stretch, just like we did before. Just holding onto the band for a moment. And then as you come up, we're going to slide the band behind both hamstrings again. And you're going to make sure the loop is on the leg that is going to end up on top as you face me. Right? So I go through that loop and then I grab the tail with my other hand. Then I'm going to knuckle down, boom, right? Stack the legs, tabletop, waistline is lifted, so we have that little mouse house. And then lift that leg as a unit, press higher, come down, press up and down, come up a little higher and down, come up a little higher and down, up and down, up, up, and down. 2 more, up, and down. Last time, up, and down. Lift your legs up in the air, or excuse me, feet up in the air, press up against the band and push more open. Close, open, open, and close, open, open, and close, open, open, and close, open, open, waistline lifted, up, and close, up, and close. 2 more, up, and close. Last time, lift, and close. Woo! Feet stay together, legs open apart, and we press open, open, and close, open, open, and close, open, open. 2 more. And relax. Oh, man, I hope you guys felt those. I certainly did. So give that hip a little love. Matter of fact, we're going to give it a little extra here. So bring that into that kind of half frog position here. Let that leg be open and then flip over onto your abs. Bend the arm of the leg that you have bent, that you just worked. Good. Then lift yourself up, and as you come up over onto your spine, bring that same leg with you. Let it just be up against the opposite thigh for a moment. And then let it flip open. And then drag it in for that stretch. So that should be an outer hip stretch on the leg you just worked. You could take a slow rock side to side, and as you bring it towards the opposite direction, you might feel a deeper stretch. You can pull the knee a little closer for a deeper stretch. You can do some circles if that would feel good. Beautiful. And then cross that leg all the way over, put the opposite foot on the ground, and take your time letting that knee drop to the side, but really take your time. If you get to a point where you feel like that's a lot of stretch, support it with your hand so that you're still getting that stretch, but you're not going all the way into a twist unless you really, really, really want to do that. And then untangle everything and switch ends of your mat still facing me so that we'll all be on the opposite side. And again, the band is going to go so that the folded part goes across what ends up being your top leg. Then you come on over and you're going to knuckle down. Arm rests right underneath your ear, knuckle down. We'll start with that regular lift. So leg lifts as a unit, and then you try and press a little higher and down, up and up a little more and down, up and down, up and down. Two more. Beautiful. Knees together, heels up in the air. Press open and then open more and close. Open, open, and close. Open, open, and close. Beautiful. Woo, heels come down. We press open and open more for the regular climb. Close, open, open, and close. Open, open, close, open, open. One more. Oh my goodness. All right. Let that hip relax, give a little love. When you're ready, flip over onto your abs with that leg over to the side. Again, just a little half frog here. And then gently roll onto your spine. Put that foot on the ground next to the opposite thigh. Should still be getting a stretch on the outside of the hip. Then you can let it pivot across that thigh, and we'll hug that opposite hamstring in. And then again, this is where you might play with some rocking. You might bring that knee a little closer, maybe draw some circles. And then foot on the ground, other leg crisscrosses. I'm gonna put my hand out to catch that leg as I start to feel a lot of stretch. Maybe I'll pause there and just get that hip stretch. If you don't want to go all the way into that twist, totally up to you. All right. We are coming to, actually you can stay lying down on that side if you want. Grab your band again. We're going to double up once more and bring that behind our hamstrings. Palms up to the sky, shoulders together, rolling back and down. Matter of fact, give it a little row. And then as you exhale, roll yourself up a vertebra at a time, sit tall, inhale. If that didn't work for you, a couple of options. Option one, come up just to your comfort zone, hold there for a breath, inhale, and then exhale, roll back down again, inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll halfway up, hold at the top, inhale, and exhale, roll down. Or you could come all the way up and make it a half roll down. Roll halfway back, hold for a moment, inhale, and then exhale, come right back up again. Or you can do that full roll up, right? All the way up and all the way down. Since you're doing that bicep work, think about trying to keep those shoulders back and down in spite of that, right? Next time you are lying down, you're gonna stay down. We're gonna keep the left foot on the ground. We're gonna lasso the right foot. You have options. Band can go across the foot, or for extra safety, it goes across the top of the foot and crosses behind. And we bring that band to our right hand, let that shoulder relax on the ground, and we'll start with those leg circles. Remember, you reverse your circle every time. So you inhale as you start a circle, you exhale to finish your circle, and then you go the other way. Inhaling to start and exhaling to finish. You're trying to keep the other leg very quiet and both hips very still. You can always stretch that left leg out on the ground if you have that flexibility. Flex through that left heel. Very nice. And then you're going to switch legs. So you can either lasso or double up by going across the top of the foot, band crosses behind the arch, and then band into your left hand, point those left toes, start with those circles. Inhaling to start your circle, exhaling to finish it. Maybe making your circles bigger, stretching that right leg out on the ground and flexing through the heel if that's okay with you. Beautiful. And then you're going to tuck that right leg up next to the left one so that both feet are in there, and you have the option to tie them up, right, across the tops of both feet and then behind the arches so it kind of looks like that. It's up to you. And then shoulders going to pull back and down. We're going to do a little rowing before we do anything else. So pull those abs in, thumbs up, shoulders back and down, row, pull it down, inhale, exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, nod your head yes for me. Good, 2 more. And then leave that arms down, make sure those shoulders are tucked, reach through those legs, double leg lower, exhale, come back up. I'm trying to keep my shoulders on the ground, my upper arm on the ground, just letting those bands be kind of loosey-goosey. Beautiful. Stay here. Walk your hands up as close as you can to those feet. And then we're going to take a little rock. Come on up. Hold that position. Exhale to rock. Inhale to hold at the top. Exhale to rock. Inhale to hold. When you come up to that inhale, try and extend that spine, sit up out of those hips. Exhale to roll. Inhale to pause at the top. Use those arms to lift those legs high. One more time, lift it up, hold, get that arms up with those elbows. Keep those feet wrapped up. Bring the legs in front. They can be bent, sit tall, and then give me that rowing motion. Squeeze those shoulder blades together first. And then squeeze and pull yourself forward. And you might be able to choke up on the band and squeeze and pull. So I noticed I started to curve in my spine. Try and keep yourself nice and tall. Whew. And then we'll untangle those feet for now. But remember what we just did. We did rocking. You know what's coming later. Teaser. And we won't be rocking then. Okay. Let's go bent knee position. And let's see. Doubled up bands are going to be harder, but they won't be in your way as much. So let's double them up for now. Shoulders squeeze back and down. Exhale, give me a little hinge back. Then you're going to rotate towards me. Your front arm is going to come down. Your back arm is going to go up, overhead, back through center, up and over, center, up and over, and center. So you're rotating. Try to look at your knees every once in a while. Make sure they're not dropping in and out. If you want to, you can keep that band lower and just make it a rotation in front of your chest. You can play with which one works better for you. And relax. Roll it out. We've done a lot of that shoulder work, so I want you to let the band go. Bend your knees so much that you can reach your hands wrist over toes, right? And now your upper back can be rounded, that's fine. So now what I want you to do is press your toes forward so that you feel a stretch in your low back. And then pull your toes back so you feel a stretch in your foot. Toes win, low back or upper back relaxes, toes pull back. And then you can just start to play with it. Maybe you can go to a little straighter with your legs, depends on your flexibility. So at one point, I'm getting a stretch in my feet, while my shoulder, and then at the next point, I'm getting that shoulder stretch. So when I squeeze my shoulders, my feet get a stretch, and when I press my feet forward, my shoulders get a stretch. Nice. And then we will sit up nice and tall. Okay. This is that tricky one that I kind of love, but some of you might get toe cramps, but we're going to do our best. Take that band and put it between your big toe and your second toe of your right foot. Right foot, right foot. And take that band behind you, come up for a second, and bring it over your left shoulder. So it's between my right big toe and second toe, and over my left shoulder. Round into a cat, inhale into a cow, grab hold of that tail, straighten out your right leg, straighten out your left arm. Have a little bit of tension so you can feel that there's something going on. You are welcome to stay here, or you can tap and lift. So left arm, right toes. So right glute is getting some work here. Shoulder blade should be down that spine. Back of the neck is long. and relax. Ooh. All right, uncrimp those toes. And we go bend in between the big toe and the second toe of the left foot. And then across the right shoulder. And then you square everything up. Find that neutral spine, and then when you're ready, straighten out that leg. You're welcome to straighten the arm. You're welcome to stay or tap and lift. And relax. All right. From there, you can have the band single. Bring it behind your shoulder blades, underneath your armpits. And slide your hands out a little bit as you come down, and we'll drop into just a nice sort of like Sphinx pose. Hands are apart, legs can be wide. Roll your shoulders up, back and down a couple of times. So you feel a little bit of tension against the band, and then we'll roll them back and then press against the band, let it relax. Press, relax. Press and round, squeeze. Press and round, squeeze. Try and keep your head in neutral. Try not to move it even though your shoulders are moving. 2 more. Good. Stay pressed back. You should feel work in your shoulders. Hopefully not too much tension in your neck. And then we're going to lift up onto the fronts of our knees and toes. Plank. Option to roll onto the fronts of your thighs. And finally, option to take your toes and tuck them and go into a plank. And then you can press and squeeze again. Press and squeeze, press and squeeze. Try not to move your neck as you do that, right? Try and keep your head in neutral as you do that plank. And again, you can be down here, wherever you want to be. Just 4 more. Very nice. And then sit back, resting position. So hips sit back on your heels for shell stretch. I know I'm not doing that, but you are if you want. Get that low back stretch, hips sit back on your heels like a prayer pose or a child's pose. And then as you're ready, come on out of that and come back over onto your spine for me, please. Woo, arms reach up overhead. Let's bring them out in that stick up position this time. Head nods, yes, back of the neck is long. In this position, you should be able to let those shoulder blades just really relax on the ground for a moment. Widen your feet and let your knees dive in. So kind of no tension on that lower body right now. Keep that head nodding yes. And then we're going to do some slides here. So slide your elbows down a few inches, slide them up, and bring the hands toward each other. And as you do this, try and keep your head from moving, your chin from moving, right? So keep that in neutral. Try and keep all parts of your arm on the ground. So fingertips, knuckles, forearms, triceps, shoulders, head in neutral. 2 more times. Relax, reach those arms overhead, stretch those legs long, deep breath in. Exhale, shake everything out, grab your bands again, and we'll go single this time. We'll start with the band behind your thighs, or behind your hamstrings. We're going to go back to that roll up that we did earlier. So deep breath in, exhale, roll it up. Use the bands as much as you want. Inhale at the top and exhale, roll down. All right, so that's first option and very reasonable option. Or put the band, and again, you know, you might want to, for protection, take it across the top of the foot and have those legs straight. And then you want to choke up on that band as close as you can, because you're going to try with the legs in tabletop to come up without kicking your legs straight, right? Keep them in tabletop, roll back down, the band will, tighten on you, and then come back up. And again, you might be using your biceps quite a bit, no big deal. Then if you want to, you can try all of that with straight legs. All right. Then you probably know what's coming. You could try to leave the legs, try and leave the torso still, but lift and lower the legs. Whoops. And then finally, the challenge would be to start from your lying down position for teaser, but go back to any of these levels that work for you. Deep breath in, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders, lift, legs lift, everything up and everything down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale at the top. Try and come to the best teaser that you can. And exhale down. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Find your best teaser. Inhale at the top. Reach. And exhale down. 2 more. Deep breath in to prepare. Exhale to lift everything up. Inhale at the top. Exhale down. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, we're all going to try and meet at the top, or whatever your version is fine. Maybe choke up on those bands so you can lift those legs even higher. Get those arms up, stretch and reach, point those toes, lift. Woo, bring it down. Untangle those feet. All right. And we're going to roll back down again and take a little rocking break side to side. And then we're going to lasso the right foot lengthwise in the band, if you're okay with that. And then into your right hand. And that should then allow you to kind of really mobilize through the foot. So push the ball of the foot to the ceiling, feel that stretch on the big toe. And then the big toe and the little toes push against that band. And then they're going to pull back against the band. Ball of the foot is going to push up and heel is going to push up. And let's just go through that a few times, pressing the ball of the foot up. Then those toes press against the band and they pull back. And you could do this, for instance, with your toes in pigeon toe, right? For a little variety, a little different stretch on the outside of the calf. You could rotate the toes to the outside and the heel to the inside. Feel how that changes it. And then back through center, we're going to bend the right elbow and let it rest on the ground so that right leg is getting a beautiful passive inner thigh stretch. And then we'll use the left arm to help bring everything back through center. We'll straighten that left leg and flex through the heel. Then we're going to choke up on those bands so that we can bring that right knee in close to your chest. Big hamstring stretch here. And then press through that heel, straighten that leg. Big, big stretch here. Move both bands into the left hand. Turn your toes in, so pigeon toe. Give yourself some slack, and let's let that leg hang in space. Big stretch on that outer hip. So my left elbow is on the ground to support this. Then I'm going to come back through center one more time. Point and flex, and I'm going to take that band off and just set it over to the left. I'm going to put that right foot on the ground outside of that right leg, let it pivot open. I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to use both hands to press that right leg open. I'm going to flex those right toes back, maybe play with those toes for a second with my left hand, getting that last little bit of mobility through there. And then finally, I'll thread that needle and extend that left leg, point, flex, rotate. Bend that knee, hug both knees in really close this time, crisscross, and then deep twist. Mosey back through center, uncross, straighten both legs out. Hopefully that right one feels significantly more open and flatter to the ground, might feel longer, and we'll even up. So this time we're going to lasso that left foot in the length of the band, holding on with the left hand, nice and tight, so we can really articulate as we press the ball of the foot to the sky, and then point the big toes and the other toes up. And they're going to pull back, and the ball of the foot is going to press up, and the heel is going to press up, get that deep stretch, and then we'll go the other way. Ball of the foot, toes, stretch and reach, and then pull them back, flex. One more time that way. And then play with those angles. So maybe the toes go outward and the heel goes in. And then do it the other way, pigeon-toed. Beautiful. And then we'll let that left arm drop to the left so the leg can hang in space. Passive inner thigh stretch. Coming back through center, we're going to really choke up on that band so we can bend that left knee in as we straighten our right one. And then we'll just straighten that left leg for a very deep, intense stretch. You can try to point and flex a little. And then band in your right hand, turn the toe inward so you kind of sickle the foot. Let the right elbow drop and let that leg hang deep, stretch on the outside of the hip. And then bend that knee, take that band off. Let that foot drape over the left or the right thigh. Bend the right knee. Let's use both hands to push that left leg open. And then you can move that right hand to your left toes. Manipulate them a little bit. Then reach through. We'll thread our needle. Extend that right leg. Flex and point. Maybe some circles. And then we'll bend and crisscross, hug it in, arms into a T, knees drop right, please. Mosey back through center. And hopefully that left leg feels as good as the right one did. Meet me on your hands and knees, however you want to get there. Let's undulate to a cow-cat. Beautiful. And then let's just tuck those toes, come on up, pedal those heels if that would feel good. Nod yes and shake no. Bend those knees, hands on your thighs, round cat. Inhale, cow. Big deep breath in.